Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to the best investing money management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to swing trade with pretty much less than $500. You can swing trade with $10, $20, $30, but this is going to be a fantastic strategy that I use and that you guys can use to start building your account. Because when you trade or you even invest, it's better to just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it, and honestly, just try to build your account slowly, because if you're going into these high speculative, GameStop, AMC stocks, yeah, you might make money, but at the end of the day, it's going to be very, very hard to do that on a consistent basis. So for those of you that don't know what swing trading is pretty much when you buy a stock and you hold it for more than a day, but less than a year. Because if you buy and sell a stock during that same day, that's considered a day trade. And if you hold it for more than a year, that is considered a long-term investment. So the very first thing that you guys need to do is honestly paper trade. Start using paper trading. TD Ameritrade has it. It's a fantastic way to start building and understanding swing trading. And you guys can practice your trading styles, strategies, and you can practice this strategy that I'm going to be talking about today. Now, once you do that, that's when I would go ahead and start funding your account. Start small and just start building it. You don't need to jump in with hundreds or thousands of dollars. The way I always think of it is, how long does a doctor take to become a master surgeon, right? It could take a decade. It could take 15 years in some cases. Same thing, an engineer, at least 4, business major, at least 4. So trading is the same way. If you're expecting to make $1 million tomorrow, or even next year, or even the following year, you chose the wrong career choice. This is going to be something that you just need to start building on, and maybe just try to make 2% a month, 3% a month, because over the course of 10 years, that's going to start compounding and you're going to make a ton of money. So the very first thing that you guys, or the second or third thing that you guys need to do is actually, you're going to want to sign up with TD Ameritrade. It's a fantastic platform. It allows you to scan charts. It allows you to look at charts. It allows you to just pretty much buy and sell stock with ease, not overcomplicated, and it's all commission free, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, once you do that, I have a scanner. Now, this is going to be how I find stocks that are undervalued. So this is RSI oversold. So you guys can screenshot this and just honestly copy it, or you guys can customize it. So for me, I look for the stock that is pretty much a minimum of $5. I don't want no penny stocks. I don't want these high speculative stocks. I want a stock that is down a maximum of 1%, because I want something that's going to be becoming undervalued, and I can buy it, and then over the course of a week or so, it will be worth 10% or even 5%. Then I want some volume. I don't want these stocks that are just barely getting traded or bought up. So I like to have a minimum of 600,000. Okay. Then here, market cap. It's about 1.5 billion, but that's in million, but it's 1.5 billion. Okay, then here, this is the most important part here. You're going to want to study RSI scan, and then you're going to want your length of 14 and a Wilder average type is less than 70. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. Now, once you click scan, you'll have a whole bunch of stocks that you guys can look at, and these are going to be how you guys can find plays in the market. Now I like to go back to charts, and this is kind of how I do it, is I pull up that scanner right here, and I just manually go through them, and any stock that comes in contact and that I think has some sort of potential, I'll put it up here in my top picks. So these are some that I bought. I bought in Sophie here, right on a support line. It was undervalued. I've been buying it for a minute. Now we're starting to creep its way back up. I bought in at about $14.50 and at about $15.15. So you guys can see I'm up about $2 per share on my investment, which is pretty decent. Now we're gonna look for some more for you guys. So for these, you just got to click on them, and you guys can see it spiked up, and now it's selling off. Okay, so maybe there could be a short opportunity here. So here, very similar thing. Here you guys can see it crossed undervalued, so there could be a move from 11.30 all the way back up to about 14, right in that zone. One thing I don't like is we're still on this downward trend. You always want to make sure the trend's going up, and we just have a little bit of some temporary sell-off. So something like this is actually really good. This is a very common swing trade that I do. You guys can see it does have some very strong resistance at this $9.77. So this is the hardest that this stock's going to have to break above it. So you're going to hit it, sell off, and it's done it, twice now. So we know that's a very strong support. Or a very strong resistance, excuse me. But now on the support, on the other hand, you guys can see it has a tendency to get buying pressure right in around this 200 moving average line, this yellow line here. Okay, so now every time it comes in contact with it, we get buying pressure. Buying pressure, it dipped a little bit below it, but we still got buying pressure. Came in contact again, buying pressure. So there could be a move from this $8.85 back up to at least this resistance here at $9 right here. And then if it breaks out of there, it can go up to this $9.70. So what you do to figure out if it's a good risk and reward, you take it and you draw it all the way down here. So 4% is to this 200 moving average line. That's to the strongest support right here. Now for the resistance, we're going to just go to the first one right here. Okay, so it's about a 3 or 4% win. It's about a 1-to-1 risk and reward. If it breaks out from here though, this could be an 8% return on a 4% risk. So virtually it's a 2-to-1 risk and reward, which is pretty good. I prefer to try to find these that are like 3 to 4 to 1. So you can virtually be wrong, 3 or 4 times and still make money if you're just doing it consistently. So something like this is very interesting. I wouldn't mind going in on something like this. I would just need to set my stops very tight at 2%. So about probably even around this $8.65 area where I would set my stop. So that's something that is interesting. So yes, you can move it up here and you can just delete these out. We'll leave Sophie because that's one that I currently have. All right. And then you just continue to go through. No, something like this. It looks interesting. It does have some sell-off. There could be a scalp move. So at least from 33 to like 35. If you just hopped in, set your stop super tight at like 30, 32, or yeah, 33, 32.95 would be a good stop. So you risk like 35 cents to try to make $1. Something like that would be ideal, but I just don't like that overall trend direction right now. Something like this, nope. So you just got to go through and you just got to find stocks that meet your criteria. So for me, it's something that has an upward trend, temporary sell-off, or something that's consolidating. So something like this, how we had this beautiful upward trend, a little bit of some sell-off down here. There could be a move all the way back up to 23. Something like that would be interesting, but I just don't like how it's not really traded. You guys can see we got picked up on the volume just because of this huge spike here. That's why it's on this chart. Downward trend. So you just got to go through these and continue to find stocks that just meet your criteria. Something like this, you guys can clearly see how strong that 200 moving average line is for some support here. So there could be some sort of move from $9 to $10.50. But, at the end of the day, it's just understanding this risk and reward. And you can obviously go back and change all your scanners just to adjust it just a little bit so you guys can find more stocks that meet your criteria. Now, if you don't like TD Ameritrade, another fantastic platform is Finvest. This is a free scanner, nothing crazy. What you do is you click the screener tab here. One thing is there'll always be ads unless you pay the $30 a month. So you just got to go through and put in. I'll do mine real quick. So under $20 average volume, we'll go over 500,000. Relative volume, just the overall demand for the stock, we'll go 0.75. So we have 400 stocks left. So now what we do is we can either adjust the float, or what I do is I click pattern and we're just want to go support strong. So these are going to be all the stocks on or near support lines. So we just continue to go through. So something like this, nasty downward trend. We're not even going to touch it. We're not even going to look at it. Something like this, CSTM, we'll go back to our chart. CSTM, we'll pull it up. You guys can see it hit that 90 moving average line. Very similar to the 200, but it's just the 90. So there could be definitely a move from 18 or from 1935 to 21, setting your stops at 19. So this is still a fantastic risk and reward. You're risking 3% to possibly make upwards of 8 or 9. So that is the ideal situation when it comes to risk and reward. And this is on FinVez right here. You just go through it, find all these stocks, and just start practicing, because at the end of the day, that's going to be the most important thing, is just practicing, becoming confident in your trades, and you guys will be just fine. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is how you guys can start swing trading with literally less than $100, because these stocks are 20 bucks. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to find this, and you're just going to fine tune it each week, each day, get better and better and better. So guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys got anything in value, hit that like button, because it really helps me out. And we will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and take care.